Can we start? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We can start.
Keep this whiteboard. No, I'm purposely opening it. Let the whiteboard be open.
Sure.
Just let me know when we can start. Then we will start.
Yeah, we can start.
We can start. Okay. Yeah. See, last class we have learned few input entries. Okay. Just I'm trying to put the entry here. Hope you all could see the whiteboard.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is what we have explained last class. Okay, now I will show you the reason why I don't want to take on the whiteboard, because I have to use tally and I have to show you the ledgers. So I thought everything we will do it in today's class, maybe next class also, we will do it on the system only. Okay, this is what we have seen, those entries whichever we have discussed in last two classes. Okay, now I have downloaded one ledger from GST portal. Okay, so let me open that ledger. Are you able to see the screen?
No,
No. I think now you are able to see, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah. See, this is one of the taxpayers' ledger. Okay. So there are, I have taken simple case, but entries will be same, only amounts will vary. Okay. See, you know from where to download credit ledger, cash ledger and all. There is a tab user services, their ledgers. You can download various ledgers. I mean cash ledger, credit ledger, correct? So this is the credit ledger which I have downloaded from the GST portal of one of the taxpayers. Okay. Now I will show you the tally entry. Okay. Maybe I have to share full my screen, then it will be easy to shuffle between the screens. Are you able to see the tally?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, now we have taken input ledger. Okay, so I am going to current assets. Okay, there I have created GST receivables, and here I have created various ledgers. Okay, so now for 22, I have taken the ledger for 22, 23, and so I am taking transactions like opening balance and during the period transactions and closing balance. See this, see this. This is I have created a few entries. Okay, so don't see opening balance because I have done it for class purpose only. Okay, so what you see, there are six ledgers here. CGST cash ledger. We didn't discuss about cash ledger entries, which I will discuss in some time now. Okay, CGST cash ledger, IGST cash ledger, and SGST cash ledger. This we will discuss later. Right now, we will discuss input ledger, input CGST, input IGST, input SGST. Okay, here if you see how I made the entries, okay, I will go into the, see, you are well versed. I think you would be knowing tally, how to use and all. Okay, so I am going into the one ledger of IGST, input CGST. Here, if you see, I have few entries where there is a input taken. Okay. Here I have not created, see, it is very simple transactions which I have created. Whatever the nomenclature, what you use. Okay. The entries, my intention of taking this point is the entries should match with your ledgers as maintained in the GST portal. That is my impression. Okay. Say, you may ask me, sir, you told the entries like availed, utilization. Okay. That you have to do it. Okay. And here I didn't take, when you go into the entry, I didn't take any invoice wise detail also. Okay. I have not created invoice wise also. See how better you can maintain the data will be helpful for your future reporting purpose or compliance purpose. Okay, that is the reason I was telling. Right now, we will see how we can match these entries with the ledgers. Okay. See, now if you see July, there is some debit. This is input ledger. So there is, I have availed some input of 512 rupees, and in July I have utilized also 512. So I will see in ledger how it is there. Okay. You see here. See, this is March related 19th. Now you are able to see credit ledger, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm just trying to confirm that two windows I have kept open. One is Excel credit ledger and one is Tally. Okay. So these two lines are pertaining to March 22, but we are talking about April 22 to 23. Okay. You may ask me why, if in April, why this March is coming, because the date of transaction is on 19th April. See, department is maintaining date wise. That means whichever month it is pertaining to doesn't matter. When the transaction is happened, that is 19th April. So these two lines are not relevant for us while checking our tally. That is why you may ignore this. Now coming to 19th July, there is some transaction. June. Okay. So by seeing this ledger, what you are able to conclude is they are filing quarterly return. Fine. Because you see here June, September and December is there. And March, they would have filed in 20th April. So again, that transaction has not come here. It is going to the next year ledger. Okay. So now if you see these two entries, as told you, these two entries will not come in our this thing. This we would have already entered in March 22 tally, right? So now our first entry is transaction as per government ledger is June 19th. July is the transaction. Okay. So if you see here, IGST, IGST, CGST, SGST, and you see here, this is the balance. After whatever the transaction has happened here, what is the balance lying in that on that particular day? Okay. Now, if you filter credits, see, department has given you credit means what? Your money is lying with department. If you see in accounting terms, it is very simple. Department has given you credit. That means another party has given you credit means in your books it is debit, right? So 19th June, there is 19th July, there is a debit of 512 in CGST, 512 in SGST. I am talking about transaction, not balance. Okay, and IGST 8085. If you see in my tally, actually, if I would have done my entries properly, okay, this 512 would have got accumulated during April, May, June, whatever purchases I have made. Okay, so when you see June closing balance should have been 512 in actual terms, if you see. Okay, now whatever may be the reason, the accountant did not pass the entries properly, I am trying to set the entries. Okay, see, if I am claiming 512 and 8085 as my input credit for the month of June return on 19th July. 19th July, we file 3B of June, right? So where we claim input credit, correct? So if I am claiming this, I am saying to the department that from April 22 to June 22, my purchases on which I am eligible for input is 8085, 512, 512. Okay, but my books of accounts are not proper. So I have not done the entries properly. So what I have done, see, this is all created entries. In practical scenario, it will not happen. That's why I'm highlighting you that whenever you are doing that, whatever you are claiming in quarterly return or monthly return, if you assume it is a monthly return, Then June 22, there is a June 22 return, there is a input availed is 8,085, 512, 512. That means there are purchases of which are for which you are eligible for input credit. Okay, so this money should have got accumulated by 30th June. Because my books were not proper, so I am taking single entry, like 512, I have taken one entry in the month of July 20th, so that it is matching with my CGST input. Okay, same way, I will show you SGST also. So here also I have taken, it is single entry where it is getting distributed between CGST, SGST and all. Okay. So let us not worry about it. Okay. If it is there in CGST, then SGST also it is there. If it is there in SGST, CGST also is there. Similarly, if you see input IGST, I have identified what is the invoice of that and I have claimed it on July 19th, 20th July, I have taken it. Now, similarly, this is credit. Same way, September 22, 1588, 2438, 2438. You see, this is the IGST 1588. I have taken 1588 and CGST, SGST. Sorry. 2438. Okay. And there also, and 2777, 2777. Okay. And 1205 is in IGST. Okay. If you see 1205, I have taken the IGST. See, this is to explain you, I have taken this entries. Otherwise, whenever you are making the purchases, it should be, it should match with your input ledger, with your credit ledger. Okay. Then if you see debits, if you see in the debit, if somebody is debiting, that means he is recovering money from you, right? So whatever input you have claimed, everything has been debited, and your, as on this date, 19th July, your closing balance is 0. See, both are 19th July only. If you see, you have see, you are claiming input credit in 3B and you are also utilizing in 3B, then it will become 0 only, right? If you are utilizing fully. Okay, so if you see this 19th July, they have credited you, then immediately they have debited. Okay, you see here, while giving credit, ITC accrued through inputs. Okay, so this is what they have given you credit. And other than reverse charge, this is whatever they have debited. See, for reverse charge anyway, you can't use input, you have to pay by cash. Reverse charge also we will discuss. Okay, this is how it is getting debited. You understand? That is the reason, if you see my entries also, I have taken, this entry I have taken in July. I should have changed this date also to 30th June, because anyway I have created this for explanation purpose, so that this entry also would have come in June, and debit would have, see, if you see in 1588, I have taken the input credit the 30th September entry, and I have utilized in on 20th October as per the ledger. Actually, it is 19th October. I have taken 20th October. Okay, so that means my input was available as on 30th September, which I have utilized on 20th October. Okay, same March, if you see, March I have input of 72 rupees. There is no utilization. This I would have utilized on 19th April 2023. Okay. I will share this also. Now, are you able to see April 23 to September 23 sheet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you see here now, March 23, I have claimed 72 rupees as input credit, right? Where did I get this 72 rupees? Did I get this 72 rupees in the month of March or in the month of April? Definitely, I have got this in the month of March. That's why, if you see this March 20 tax period, March 23, that means there was balance on 31st March of 72 rupees of IGST, which I am claiming it in 3B on 19th April. My due date is 20th April. So Okay, don't go. It is quarterly return 22nd April, whatever it is. So let us stick to 20th April. So this they have filed it on 19th April. So I have claimed it on 19th April in the portal, and I have utilized it for the same March liability 72 rupees. Same way, if you see 20,759. You see here IGST, sorry, CGST 20,759 is there. Okay. Same way, 20,759, I have SGST also in tally. Okay. So if you see that this will get reflected only in April 23 ledger because the transaction date is 19th April. Okay, but whatever I am claiming in 19th April is the balance of my March 23. Okay, then only I will be able to claim. If I don't have my entry in March 23, how am I claiming now in the month of April? So I can't claim it, right? So my books should match with my ledgers, whatever given by the GST portal. Then we can say this is fine. Okay. So you also can take your claims, whichever you are seeing, and you can try this whether they are doing the entries like this or is there any major mismatch. I will show you another report also, which I told you. One minute. Just I don't want to, because this is getting telecasted YouTube and all, I don't want to disclose the taxpayer name and number. That's all. That is nothing else. Now you are able to see this new sheet which I have.
Yes, sir. We can say.
Yeah. Now, if you see here, there are various tabs. This is called, which I was telling you, tax liabilities and ITC comparison. This you will get it in returns tab. But there is, with the same name, you will find it. Tax liabilities and ITC comparison. This will give you complete information. Okay, what the taxpayer has done during the period. You see, there are various sheets in this tax liability summary. What is filed as per GSTR1 or IFF? What is the liability he declared as per 3B? What is the difference? And what is the percentage of difference? All these things are available. Same way, comparison summary. What is as per GSTR1, 3B, shortfall, whether he has made excess payment or shortfall. All these things you can see. Tax liability, how much he has declared, because it is quarterly, you see entries only on quarterly basis. Okay. But payment is on monthly basis if he has made any payment on monthly or if he has done IFF filing, all these things. So you can see. See, now we are discussing ITC. So there is a ITC sheet also here. You see here, ITC sheet. This is what we have discussed. If you, the same thing, whatever you see in the ledger, cash ledger, credit ledger, the same thing is reflecting here, 8,085, 512, 512. Okay. And from 2B, how much it is coming? You see here from 2B. So from 2B monthly it is coming, and he has taken in 3B. You see there are headings. Okay, 3B, this is what he has taken, and 2B is this. Okay. So this you see last March month, March, though he has filed the return on 19th April 2023, this report is getting captured how much he has availed input credit in the month for the month of March. You see here 72 rupees, 20,759, 20,759. That means he is telling that there is a closing balance of his input credit in his books of accounts as on 31st March 23, IGST to the extent of which he is eligible. IGST to the extent of 72 rupees, CGST, SGST 20,759. So I have set my entries to match that. Okay, 20,759, CGST, SGST, and IGST, if you see, 72 rupees. Okay, so you make single entry or multiple entries. See, this is very simple case. I don't want to complicate this entries by showing you from input to availed to utilization and utilization to clearing. Why I was telling utilization utilization to clearing? We will understand that in next example. Now we will go to so hope you understood how this why I was telling you that you should match your the credit ledger with your books of accounts. Okay, if you have any doubt, please feel to put it. Now I will go to board again. Okay, now we will see how cash entries. Fine. Now I found that my liability is 10,000 and my input availability is only 9,000. So I have to pay 1,000 towards from through my cash balance or through cash, right? Whenever you are making the payment, does it getting directly set off to the liability or it is getting credited to cash ledger? It is getting credited to cash ledger. Okay, so what is the entry when you are making the payment? Usually what people does, IGST payable account debit to cash account. It is totally wrong. Totally wrong. Did it set off the liability directly? Actually, no. It is IGST cash ledger account debit to cash. Okay, or I mean cash means bank. Okay, then when you do the set off, you have 9,000 credit liability, then 1,000 cash balance, then system is asking, GST portal is asking set off option, right? When you are filing the return, then what is happening? This cash ledger is getting credited and your liability is getting debited in the books of GST portal. So that time IGST payable account debit, okay, to IGST cash. I will take both the entries in the given example, credit ledger or credit availed utilization, okay, to IGST cash ledger account. If you see in given example, it is 9,000 you are using from credit ledger and 1,000 you are using in cash ledger. So this is the entry. So whenever you are doing cash transaction, actual entries should have come these two, cash ledger to cash and payable account debit to credit ledger, cash ledger. So this is the reason I was trying to tell you, it is not always your setting off your liability with input only. Okay, there are possibilities that your input is not available to the extent of liability, then you are making payment of cash. Or if you see, there is one rule in GST that if your turnover is exceeding so much of, your liability is exceeding so much of amount, then entire 100% cannot be paid through credit ledger. It has to be paid only 99% only you can use credit ledger. Sorry, though you have balance of credit ledger, still you have to pay through cash. Okay, so in that cases, definitely you have to take from utilization to clearing account, and you have to pay certain amount through cash and certain amount through credit ledger. Okay, that I will show you in ledgers which are being given by the department, and we will extend this class one more. I mean, on Wednesday also GST. Though I thought I will complete with the 2 classes, but it is not getting completed. So we will extend it to next class also, where I will tell you about RCM, and then with that it will get closed. Maybe I think today many people are also not available, what I understand from Mr. Rakshit. So we will conclude on next class so that more people will get benefited.
Okay, sir.
See, now I have taken see, now I have taken cash ledger here. Okay, like how we have discussed about credit ledger, the cash ledger is also very similar. This is the date of the transaction. Okay, and this is the month for which it is getting. See, when there is a credit, you observe here, when there is a credit, if I filter the transaction type, credit, is there any month tax period it is given? Did it give any tax period? Understand? See, whatever you are making credit to the cash ledger, it has no relevance to your liability month or anything. Suppose you thought the liability may be 10,000 to be paid in cash, and you have credited the cash ledger in 10,000, but then you have arrived, there is some to be entry has come. Okay, you need not use 10,000 cash, so you are using only 8,000 cash. That means out of 10,000 which you credited in cash balance, you are using only 8,000, right? So there is no relevance of month in whenever you have deposited money in the cash ledger. Okay, see, if department has given to you credit, that means they have, your money is there with the department, right? So that is the reason there is no relevance of month here, if you see. That is the reason I am saying whatever entry you are doing IGST payable to cash is totally wrong. Okay, you have to take it to cash ledger, and then you have to pay it through, sorry, when you set off, you have to, if you see the debit entry now, you will get the months. Okay, see, for this month, you have utilized 2,32,919. For June month, you have utilized 2,09,891. Again, they are giving you the description here, whether it is reverse charge you have utilized or other than reverse charge. In this case, in the given example, there are no reverse charge entries. That is the reason you are finding other than reverse charge. If there are any reverse charge also, you understand? So the same thing I have captured in the, now I'll just show you the tally. Okay, if I go to cash ledger now, okay, let me see which is the 44,564 IGST. You see, 21st June, there is a deposit of 1,26,000. Okay. This is in IGST. You see the column, this is IGST. There is a deposit of 1,26,000, and the date of transaction is 21st June. 19th May also there is a deposit which is credit 63,000. Okay. So this is again IGST. So I go to IGST cash ledger and I will see 26th June. Okay. This is the entry. Okay. 1,26,000. I have taken this. And if you see cash ledger of CGST in June, CGST June, there is a 15,000 deposit. Okay, this is the entry which we have taken 15,000. Then we are utilizing that money in the subsequent period. Opening balance, whatever the balance, if you see here, what was the balance? You see here, there was a balance of 44,564. You are able to see 44,564 in tally also in June.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry.
We can see that.
Yeah. This is the balance
Yeah.
that we are utilizing it in 19th July, which is getting closing balance as 44,000. I mean zero balance, and that 44,564 has been utilized, and the closing balance is zero. Okay. Like this, entries has to be taken so that my ledger is in line with the department's ledger. Okay, tomorrow whenever the officer comes, we are very clear. If I just download my ledgers and give to him, sir, you can see it. And if he compare with his ledger, see, department has got their ledger. They will try to match the entries between their ledger and our ledger. That's all they will do. Okay. If it is matching ledger to ledger, then they will not have any problem. Okay. I think with this, we will end today's session. Please see, whatever I am trying, if you feel it is meaningful, you try with your clients existing, download your ledgers. Okay. So if you want, I will show you. Maybe you are aware. You want me to show from where to download this other than cash ledger and credit ledger? If you want me to show, I will show it.
No, we know, sir, how to upload the ledgers.
Okay, fine. Just go through. If you feel whatever I am saying is meaningful, worth doing it, please try to compare your clients' ledgers, how they are doing it. Is there any hotspot in that, like that? Then only you will try to put right queries to your clients. Then they will also be alert. Arey Baba, this fellow is seeing in detail. Let us instruct the accountant also properly so that all the entries are correctly taken, like that. Okay. So we will stop today's session. We'll meet on Wednesday.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.